You know, I'm not trying to shit on no Haitians. I'm not trying to shit on them. But it's funny how you'll have a lot of them always talk about they hard working and shit like that. So it's about 5. I'm down here damn near right outside Miami. And you know they got a lot of Haitians, you know, around here, you know, Guatemalans, they all, you know, migrants. And some guy, this guy gonna talk about we should call ICE on the top. I said, I'll punch you in your motherfucking face. Leave them people alone. Them people, I said, them people doing work that that black Americans or white people are not gonna do. So leave them people alone, man. If ICE come down here and do whatever, that's on them. But I wouldn't rat them people. I'm not no fucking rat. But the funny thing is, a lot of them always say this. I always hear these Haitians on panels and shit talking about they hard working, right? And it was like 5 Haitians showed up, and they missed 2 days in a row, and lady said they had an excuse. She said you can't have no excuses if you're gonna be late. You have to call them in and let them know you're gonna be on late, or you're gonna be on know they're gonna be replaced with other, you know, with other Haitian migrants and Guatemalans. So that's what you got a lot of working here is Haitians and Guatemalans, and they, you know, they were late, so they got sent home. And one, she said you can't work no more because you rarely show up. But they always, a lot of these migrants, when our immigrants, Haitian immigrants, they always talk to us, we hard working and shit, and you black Americans are lazy. And you just got a prime example of motherfuckers not coming in to work, not calling, no call, no show and shit. And I said, I wish I could have recorded it, you know, recorded this shit. As this little, I think she's Ukrainian, was telling them, you got to go home next time you come, because you know they got a lot of them that come in. They got a lot of people, and it's different people that work every day. Like, you know, the lady said, different people like work every day, and you know, different people. So she said, like, basically, you all got to come in to work. You can't miss a day. You can't miss a day. You have to come in to work. So I'm sitting up here, you know, I'm just up here playing my phone because I'm waiting on my load number to get loaded up here. And I always heard a lot of these immigrants, Haitians in particular, talk about how hard working they are. And this right here show you that's a load of shit. That's just like with the Somalis. And I ain't trying to shit on them or nothing like that, because I know some Somalis, they actually good people. But you got some of them that sit and talk their shit about FBA, and then come to find out they be doing all kind of shit, lazy and don't like to work, and then they want to get free money and shit like that. Like up there in Minnesota, the dude went up there to the daycare, and he wanted to, you know, white guy, he wanted to get his kid in daycare. They knew he was full of shit. Cause you know ain't no motherfucking white dude gonna go, you know, Haitian, you know what, Somali neighborhood want to put his white kid in a Somali daycare. Come on now, they do something slick about him showing up. He looking up in the window and shit and said, and there's no kids in there. So I'm like, motherfucker, you nosy much? I said, you know what? It's funny. Because these motherfuckers, the main ones, they actually don't, all them immigrants actually kiss up to you white folks. And y'all the main ones that be snitching on motherfuckers, going, I know, and our kids in there. Y'all the main ones y'all a lot of y'all white people some rats. Y'all some fucking rats. Y'all some fucking rats. Because I'm not gonna rat, even if they did, I ain't gonna rat on no people, man. Hey, I'll just let the shit catch up with them on their own. If the shit catch up with them, like up there, Somali, Minneapolis, St. Paul, they doing ice raids on them. They just drop out on their ass. Now, I wouldn't doubt that some people dropping dimes and shit on them, but you a white dude in a Somali community all the way up there in Minneapolis talking about you trying to put your kid in a Somali daycare, even if it wasn't no one in there. At that point, if I was Somali, I was like, what the fuck you doing? Well, I'm gonna put my kid, motherfucker, I'll tell him, if you don't get your ass from away from around here, cause we already know ain't no motherfucking YT man running around here trying to put his kid in a Somali daycare. That right there, they picked up on that real quick. Cause we all know ain't no Somalis, ain't no American white people putting their kids in no Somali daycare. Hell, ain't no black Americans putting their kids in no Somali daycare. But see, we don't go around trying to investigate like y'all white people be doing. Y'all be, I'm gonna go and look over here. I'm gonna go and look and see what they doing. Y'all ass be nosy in the motherfucker. It's just like when we built thriving communities, y'all told us to stay out y'all communities. But here y'all white ass come trying to see what we doing over here. No offense to white people, but I'm just saying, here y'all ass go trying to look. Let's see what they doing over there in the black neighborhood. Damn, they got better shit than us. How these niggas get that? And see, that's what it is. Even then, it's like the white guys that drove all the way from down here up there to Dearborn, Michigan, just to harass some Muslims on Juma on Friday, talking about they're gonna burn the Quran. Ain't gonna talk about it's freedom of speech. Y'all just like going starting shit, don't you? So a lot of I ain't saying that for those, if it don't apply, let the shit fly. I'm talking about these troublemaking ass white supremacists. They just like they like starting shit. It's just like last year you had a whole bunch of neo-Nazis marching through one of the last little thriving black communities outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. I forgot the name of the town. And they gonna march during the time when kids getting off of school. All of them gonna have marching talking about you come fucking with people that's minding their own business. And that's what y'all always do. Y'all always do some goofy shit like that. But when somebody put some boots to y'all ass, y'all just act like, why? We just have this our First Amendment right. Like them brothers, black dudes come out, black brothers and sisters came out with their Kevlar on with AR-15s and shit, saying, nah, you ain't finna march here. You ain't gonna march here. And then they commenced to beating their ass. And you should have seen they left their swastika flags, left their motherfucking Confederate flags. Them motherfuckers getting their ass handed to them down there. All because they want to come down there and start shit. I don't know why y'all like to start shit. That's just like Steve Crowder ass. They going to black universities, HBCUs, black barbershops, places where people just to start shit. And then when y'all get y'all ass handed to them, ain't nobody coming to y'all looking for y'all to fuck with them. It's y'all be coming looking for trouble and shit. But no, I got a little bit off subject. Yeah, these motherfuckers, they ain't even coming in. They coming in, what, 3 or 2 days later, talking about the tire on his bike, his bike tire went out. I'm like, motherfucker, let us would have said that shit. They said, yo, you got a motherfucking bus. You could catch the bus. You know, I know they probably ain't paying these people shit. I know they ain't paying these people shit. Cause some of these people, some of them know English, some of them don't. You know these people getting paid like some cheap ass wages. They probably paying these people like what, $3 an hour. And they probably end up busting their ass and shit. All these migrants, man, like I picked up a lot of shit out of Florida. And you had Guatemalans and shit, and Haitians up there picking shit up, and they busting their ass out there. And it was in the summertime, hiding the motherfucker. And then the funny thing is, I ain't even trying to be funny. Guess who they had watching over all these Haitians Guatemala's working out there on the field. They had two white dudes in a pickup truck. I'm like, goddamn, this reminiscent of back in slavery, ain't it? It ain't funny, but I'm like that, like, damn, this kind of remind me of back in the day in slavery. You had white men watching over them, watching, and the funny thing, I ain't even trying to be funny. It's the same type of motherfucker you see in the slave movies, like in Django Unchained. It was the same kind of, I said, boy, this shit right here, this shit would kind of hit me in my spirit a little bit. It kind of hit me in my spirit, because I was looking at these black people in Guatemalans out there working their ass off in the heat. And then you have two motherfucking white dudes up there. They might as well have been on horses and had shotguns. They just replaced the horses with F-150 pickup trucks. And then they had another damn goddamn Confederate flags and shit on their truck. I'm like, hell no, man. This just too much. This fucking too much. I guess that's what the Trump administration trying to go back to. Because they thought when they was going to send out, they said, well, we thought when they got rid of all the illegal migrants that we was going to have the black people to do it. Really? I'm like, really, motherfuckers? Really? You talking about getting your head knocked off, talking about you thought that we going to come and work for that cheap. Motherfuckers, you out your rapping mind. All the way you going to get some niggas out there if you paying them about $50 an hour. And you paying motherfuckers $50 an hour right now, I think you'll have a whole bunch of motherfuckers, white people and black people out there working their ass off. Some of y'all white people will be falling out in the sun though. Y'all, I can't take it. Jimmy! Y'all had to be falling out there. It's 90 degrees. You know y'all white people can't do that kind of shit. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all white people been and fell out there in that motherfucking shit. Out there, y'all be getting skin blisters and shit. Y'all be getting skin blisters. Y'all have to use suntan. I ain't even roasting y'all. I'm just saying y'all white people will not be able to do it. Y'all just can't. Y'all ass have been and fall out. That's why they have the Mexicans and them Haitians and shit doing it, because they got the skin, the melanin to protect them from all the ultraviolet rays and radiation from the sun. That's why we got the melanated skin for environments like that. Just like white people have, y'all skin is made for the motherfucking north. That's why when black people go up north, our ass freeze our ass off. That's why I can't understand how Somalis live in motherfucking Minnesota. I don't understand how Somalis living in Minnesota. I'm like, motherfuckers, y'all cold up here? I like it. Nigga, you look like you freezing your ass off up here. Because I'm cold. I know your ass cold. Shit, I know. I'm just saying, I can't take the goddamn cold too well. Most black people can't. We'll get used after a while being here for 400 years. We got used to it somewhat, but shit, we still ain't used to the cold. So yes, the cold affect me like the heat affect white people. Our bodies are built for different environments. Now, I say like this, if white people were to move back to Africa, their body would actually mutate back to what it was at first. Because I don't care, for all y'all white people, y'all came from black people. That's the truth. Y'all, white people only been on this planet for 60,000 years. Black people been on this planet for 300,000 years. We've been here way longer than y'all. Just keeping it 100. But yeah, I never could get used to the cold. I'm just gonna keep it real. Just like white people could not get used to the heat. That's why they had to put sunscreen on and shit like that, protect them from the ultraviolet rays. That's how our bodies was built on the deaf world. You know, that's just the way it is. I'm just keeping it 100. That's why it's stupid to hate somebody for their skin color. That's stupid, because their skin was made for the environment that they was made for. But then you brung us, Europeans, even though they want to say, you got some people that say was black Aborigines. So I'm not gonna argue that, but we just black Americans, FBA, we just got used to it, you know. But yeah. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. Shit, that dude, you know, the dude, the look on their face when they told we can't have you, you can't come in. We'll let you know when you can come back. And you know, by them doing that, they probably put themselves in back of the line and shit. Because when you doing shit like this, if you come, like if you're a worker and you're a migrant like them, if you come every day, they can rely on you coming, so they always gonna have you there. They gonna always know you're a reliable worker. But if you missing days and shit, being a especially a migrant, oh man, you missing days like that, they gonna you just have to wait back in line. We pick our people, the ones that come every day. The ones that come every day like they want to work. Now shit, that's how it work in the real world, but the only thing is we had unions and shit. Down here in the South, they don't got motherfucking unions and shit. That's why most of the auto manufacturing companies moved south, because they ain't have no unions and shit, like, you know, Detroit, fucking Indiana, all them was, you know, had fucking car auto manufacturing union and shit like that. Like in Missouri and shit, when I worked in at the Fenton Chrysler plant, we had unions. We had strikes. We went out on all that. We went on strikes, and that's how the motherfuckers. And just think about it, unions are socialists. But the thing is, the capitalists, they always make a little, unions are socialists. I said, motherfuckers, the unions protected a lot of workers' jobs. Unions protect a lot of their jobs, and the unions represent the workers, where the capitalists represent the corporations. You know, that's just real talk. The unions, your union representatives represented you when you in the union. You know, they represented you. So they didn't want these companies got tired of, you know, the unions, so they moved down south, and then eventually down south, the auto manufacturer, people building cars, they started demanding higher wages. So they said, "Oh, fuck y'all, we moving the motherfucker, we moving over down to Mexico." And that's why United States don't manufacture shit no more, because the companies were trying to destroy the unions, what they call union busting. That's why a lot of Detroit auto manufacturers, you still got Detroit plants there, but they don't really, they just manufacture put the cars together. They don't, the parts and shit are made overseas. And they made cheaply, especially on the American cars. They don't even make American cars like they used to. You'll be, I mean, far as they pickups and they SUVs, yeah, they gonna bust their ass on them. Because people like here in America, people like their SUVs and people like their big ass pickup trucks. So you ain't gonna and they muscle cars. Far as like Geo Metros and shit like that, them little cheap throwaway cars, they don't give a fuck about them. Most of the time, those cars, you can get one of those cars, they might last you 4 or 5 years, and then the motherfucking timer belt go out. Them actually throwaway cars. It's like people get Mercedes-Benz. And I asked them, I said, what, you got an ML7, the big one, or the ELD? That small one with the front, with the motherfucking, front wheel drive. I'll never get a motherfucking front wheel drive. Everything I gotta be a rear wheel drive, especially out of an American vehicle. If I'm gonna get an American vehicle, I'm getting motherfucker what? Gotta have a V8 in that bitch. If it's a car, it gotta be a V8 up in that bitch. I don't give a fuck if it's a Camaro, a Dodge Challenger, or a Charger, or a Hellcat, or a motherfucking Cobra, or a motherfucker what? A Ford Cobra. I want motherfucker General Motors to bring back the Trans Am. That's why I want they motherfucking ass to bring back the goddamn Trans Am. They got the Camaro Z28. I don't know why they won't bring back the Trans Am. And they actually had motherfucking models. thought about bringing it. It was a thought. I hope they bring the Trans Am back. And I want them to do it almost like the classic body style, the T-tops. Because if I was a motherfucking auto designer, I would have made the Camaro on the classic line. With the fin in the back, you know, for those who nostalgic and shit that like muscle cars. I actually make it damn near the old classic body style of the old Camaro, like where they brought the Camaro and the Trans Am out in the 77, when they started making that style, that body style. Like, cause you had the Z28 Camaro, you had the Firebird with Trans Am, they had a Firebird and I forgot the name. Damn it, I can't think of it. Anybody know about muscle cars, they'll be able to correct me, know what I'm trying to, you know, find out what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about the G20, I can't think, it's that Trans Am, not the Firebird. I think, is it the Firebird? Yes, it is. It's the Firebird. The Trans Am Firebird had the one that homeboy, the Bandit had on Smokey and the Bandit. That motherfucker. They need to remake that damn body style, man, and put the Firebird on that bitch. Had that Firebird on it, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I just dress up like Smokey and the Bandit, the nigga version of Smokey and the Bandit. The black version.